takedowns. Lost count by the end there. Had a reversal as well. And so, strong start here for Princeton. Dan Jones going up against Logan Brzozowski. Jones did not have to get active to earn his team 6 points against Brown, who had to forfeit at 133. Jones quickly at it. The freshman has a takedown. He's 8-5 on the season entering today's action, 6-3 in duels before that forfeit. Up 3-1 after the escape for the Harvard wrestler Logan Brzozowski, who's also a first year. Dropped to 9-11 after suffering a tech fall to Penn's Ryan Miller, who's certainly going to be in the conversation in the upcoming Ivy League tournament and perhaps the NCAA tournament as well.
Yeah, Dan Jones, he's impressed me. You have guys like Drew Heatice, as well, that we've seen in the lineup, and both guys have been coming out here winning matches. It's what you love to see as a coach when you have depth like that. Obviously, kind of unfortunate we didn't get to wrestle this morning, but coming out here strong, 2 takedowns already in this first period, and he's a beast on top, so I'm expecting to see some work in this position as well.
Jones and Heatice have combined for a 10-3 mark in duels competition at 133, and Jones off to a good start to try to make that 11 out of 14. Again, it was 36-7 against Brown. The Ivy opener last Sunday in New York City was Princeton 34, Columbia 3. And the Tigers, certainly in their best team form, hope to turn that into their best individual form come March. And Jones trying to make a move here.
Yeah, he's using that arm bar really nice. We got the Princeton faithful looking for a stall call, but he's doing, like we talked about this, right? He's going to go to work on top, and he's very active here. We'll see if he's able to turn it into some back points, but doing a good job so far. They're going to call that potentially dangerous, but over a minute of riding time already. Princeton fans don't love it, but
a lot of Princeton wrestling alums, too, not happy with the call there. I think Trey Aslanian was maybe the quickest to get to his feet.
Yeah, he's usually part of the instigation team over there. But no, Dan Jones doing a really good job here. He loves that arm bar. Almost had a turn there, but doing a good job on top so far.
And a lot of the young men that are showing up here, the Princeton alums, help to lay the foundation and make sure the full home slate here at Jadwin Gym. Again, we're excited to be at this location in 5 weeks for the Ivy Championships. Today, the third Ivy duel for these two sides. Next weekend's going to be a huge one as well, with Cornell hosting not just Princeton but Penn. The 3 teams right now who have a 0 in the loss column, as Jones unable to get any swipes. As the first period comes to an end, he was working, but Brzozowski was able to protect the back.
Yeah, really good down block, spin behind, kind of faked one way, go the other, and then just found a way to get to those legs in that second takedown. Doing a good job on top, almost 2 minutes of riding time so far. Good first period for Dan Jones. Brzozowski's got some work to do here in the second. We'll see what happens as Dan Jones starts from the bottom.
Jones, the Del Barton product from Morristown, New Jersey. From the green wave to wearing the orange and black singlet. Quite a familiar path, at least here in the broadcast team.
Yeah, he's tough, state champ in his own right, and coming here, as a younger portion of this team, and has really done a great job stepping up to the plate and coming out here and competing. I'm excited to see him in the tournament settings. We've seen him in a lot of dual meets, but I'm really excited to see him when it comes tournament time.
Well, he did get that quick escape. And as you see, the riding time advantage, 1 minute 43 seconds. That's going to be an easy point unless Brzozowski can get the next takedown. And if he gets that takedown, he's right back in it. So he's got to find the offense, tries to shoot low. Jones defends well. 2 claw up top, but nothing doing either. And Princeton faithful, starting to lean in to try to get the stall call. And they're working the edge of the boundary, but nothing doing right now. Jones in on a shot, but he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Dan Jones controlling center, doing a really good job kind of going forward, pushing the pace here. I'd be surprised if there wasn't a stall call coming soon.
This is our second different officiating staff here in this doubleheader, which that is an interesting one. But again, you go from a 12 start to 5 start, so I don't know if you're an official and want to sit around for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a long time in between for sure.
There was action here, though, in between these 2 duels, as there was some high school level action today. We'll get to that in a moment as the shot attempt too late, and the second period comes to an end. So we do have St. Benedict's and the Silver Bees here, along with East Side. I believe that was in Beat the Streets action in between our 2 duels today. So this has been a full active affair here at Jadwin Gym. Gray Bees, excuse me. I don't know why I said silver. It's Gray Bees. Wrong hue.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love, having the support from the local, high school wrestling teams and youth wrestling teams. Obviously, we talked about Clearview coming to support Ty last week. And, it's just really cool to see and grow in the sport within the state and continuing to grow it nationwide and worldwide.
And both of those teams are still watching this one here from the near side relative to you viewers at home, your camera view. But they're certainly taking some notes to see how these young men get it done. 7-1 the Dan Jones lead. Still needs to get another takedown if he wants to get a bonus point or more for Princeton. Again, it was a Mark Anthony McGowan tech fall. This could become dangerous for Brzozowski. Jones continuing to work, but Brzozowski keeping it a scramble. Jones can't quite get that right leg free yet to turn around. It's getting closer and closer to a stalemate. Surprised yet, and now finally it does happen. That sequence was running out of steam.
Yeah, Dan Jones looking for that low leg near side cradle, couldn't get it. Brzozowski doing a good job kind of staying on that leg, getting his head up and wrestling through the position. Feels like a win for Brzozowski, not giving up any bonus points here. But, good job kind of chewing up some clock to prevent Dan Jones from being able to score.
For this short time, the Princeton wrestling alums pleading for a stall, but Brzozowski does just enough to prevent any more points for Princeton. He fought hard in his second match in about 6 hours, but Dan Jones, an 8-1 decision after the riding time point considered, and Princeton will make it an 8-0 lead as we are 2 matches through. The Tigers continuing to roll early here from Jadwin Gym.